Clinton. The Warner Library starts the new year with a new addition to the children's floor. On the WHOW Morning Show Tuesday, children's librarian Mel Snow told Regional Radio the library has adopted a pet bearded dragon, and they could not be more excited to have a pet again in the library.
We have adopted a 2-year-old bearded dragon from a rescue out of Decatur's, Copper's Friends. Thank you so much. They've been very helpful. So, yes, we just adopted her last week, took her to the vet, and now she is on the children's floor as of this morning at 9 a.m. So we're hoping people will come and visit her. Well, it's something that I really enjoyed when I was in school, grade school. I had a teacher who had a hamster, and I got to take her home for the summer and just loved it. Thought it was so fun. We all really enjoyed going back to school to see the hamster. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping we're going to lure in some more kids a little bit. And also just promoting literacy among kids. Come read to the Bearded Dragon if you're having problems reading aloud. Just encouraging that in another...
She's not judgmental at all.
While a bearded dragon might be a bit out of the norm for a library pet, Snow indicates bearded dragons are very similar to domestic animals like dogs or cats in that they bond with their owners, learn their names, and are very responsive.
We did a lot of research on small animals. I would love to do a cat, but cats, allergies, litter boxes, there's issues with that. And then I read a article in the school library journal. I think the title was Move Over, Library Cat, the bearded dragon is here to stay. So it's all about how bearded dragons were great library pets, how they were low maintenance. So far, we have found that to be true. 8 to 10 years on average. Okay. So, and she's only 2 now. So
longer than a hamster.
Yeah, longer than a hamster, longer than a hedgehog, longer than the alternatives that we were looking at. But our bearded dragon, she sits, she hangs out. She's a great listener. So
she loves sweet talk. If you sweet talk her, she'll just kind of look at you and blink her eyes.
Tilt her head.
We're not going to allow children to handle her because there are potential issues with that. But I was able to pet her, and I was just petting her top of her head. She's had her eyes closed and just enjoying it. So more personality than I was expecting.
Yes, they compare them to dogs. They're very dog-like. They bond with their owners. They like to be pet. They like to cuddle. They will learn their names.
According to Snow, the bearded dragon is going to spend its first month at the library without a name. She explains they have open voting to name the bearded dragon, which concludes at the end of the month.
So as a staff, we have narrowed it down to 3 names, literary children's name characters. So we're hoping that the whole month of January, our patrons will come in and help us decide which name fits her best. So we have 3 names. We have a ballot box. We have a voting booth. We have I voted stickers. So please come in and cast your vote and let us know which name you think suits her. The end of January. So we're going to find, we have the whole month of January, and then February we will announce the winner. For the 3 names that we have it narrowed down to are Bingo, Luna, and Ramona.
Snow says the bearded dragon is a fascinating animal in that it enjoys toys and is very responsive to them and the changes in its environment.
Luckily, the Children's Floor staff has been beyond helpful with it. But yeah, she can go 24 to 48 hours without eating. We give her a big full meal, but I will come in and check on her. We also have video. I have a blink camera set up on her to watch her temperatures and see what's going on and monitor her. But I also live very, very close. So it's easy for me to run over and check on her as well. She only eats 1 to 2 insects a week. And then other than that, she gets like salads. And she doesn't eat much. And right now we got her during the winter where they're eating even. It's like mustard greens and collard greens, but you shouldn't give them a lot of spinach or kale. So, there is some dietary restrictions, but like the vegetables, you can kind of do the whole gambit. No onions or garlic. Lots of, fruit you do sparingly, but cat toys, like I get her out. She gets baths. Yeah, you can even buy skateboards for them. They have cars. The tank that she's in now is, I think, 5 feet, 4.5, 5 feet. And she's about 18 inches long. And they don't think she's going to get any bigger. The vet said that she should be full size. So she's still got quite a bit of room, and I'm always switching out what's in her cage so that she can have different enrichment. We got her a hammock. She's got a rope. She's got drift.
She's got her rocks.
She's got her rocks that she basks on. Because that's the thing. You got to keep it temperature controlled because she's from Australia. So she's used to a certain humidity and she's used to a certain temperature.
The bearded dragon will also be somewhat of a mascot for this year's Summer Reading Club, where Snow explains they'll be promoting a lot of conservation. News time is 13 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Wednesday. News streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agents in Clinton. We'll take a look at local sports coming your way next. Monticello boys and girls basketball in action last night. One on the road, one at home at the Seavers Center, and two different outcomes for the two programs. We'll also have a recap of last night's Argenta-Oreana win over Central A&M in high school boys basketball action as well. Get news and sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. Local sports is next.
Enel North America is dedicated to creating long-term shared value for our host communities. Enel is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WEZC McLean County Community Spotlight, featuring the important work of a different McLean County nonprofit organization each month.
I'm Diane Crutcher, Vice President of the Central Illinois Down Syndrome Organization. We're a nonprofit organization formed 50 years ago to enrich the quality of life for those born with Down syndrome, establishing lifelong opportunities through education, information, and family support. Find out more online at CIVFO.org.
Enel is a clean energy leader in North America and is working to electrify the economy and help build a net zero carbon future for Illinois. They're proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WEZC McLean County Community Spotlight.
Covenant Animal Clinic is your hometown vet in Clinton. Hi, this is Dr. Sue Sturr. Covenant Animal Clinic is here to provide the best care for your pets in the most convenient way possible. Learn more online by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. And remember, a healthy pet is a happy pet.
ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties is the leader in fire, water, and mold restoration. See all the many services they can offer your home or business by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. More than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. In a game heard on WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com, Teutopolis played very well in the second half and pulled away from Monticello 57-44 in non-conference high school boys basketball action from T-Town Tuesday night. The Sages held the Wooden Shoes scoreless through the first 4.5 minutes of the game, which allowed them to go up 12-5 at one point in the opening frame. But by halftime, T-Town would be up 28-26 and pull away in the second half thanks to sharp three-point shooting from Logan Lawson off the bench. The 6'1" senior went 4 for 4 from beyond the arc, including a heat check bank three early in the fourth from the right wing. The Wooden Shoes' Garrett Gaddis paced all scorers with 18. Monticello was able to start fast thanks to dribble penetration by Trey Welter, who found junior Ike Young for a couple of easy baskets, and senior Ray Colbert hit a pair of threes early, but T-Town locked down defensively in the second quarter and took away what was working early for the Sages. Young had 7 of his 8 points in the first half, and Colbert finished with 9 of his 12 points in the first half as well. Welter paced Monticello with 16 points and was the ServPro of Piatt DeWitt County Player of the Game. T-Town shot 55% from the floor and 8 for 16 from 3, including 4 for 7 in the second half from distance. Monticello shot just 38.5% and 8 for 24 from 3. The Wooden Shoes controlled the boards, out-rebounding the Sages 27-20. despite increased pressure from T-Town, Monticello controlled the basketball well Tuesday. They only had 8 turnovers, but the Wooden Shoes had 30 points in the paint and converted 9 offensive rebounds into 14 second-chance points. The Sages fall to 6-8 overall, while the Wooden Shoes improve to 9-5. Monticello will host IVC in its Illini Prairie Conference opener Friday night at the Seavers Center. Hear the action on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com. The Monticello Lady Sages overcame a slow start to top Hoopston 40-34 in non-conference high school girls basketball action from the Seavers Center Tuesday night. Hoopston jumped out to a 13-2 lead after the first quarter, but Monticello kept chipping away and used a 14-3 third quarter to take the lead. Maya High had another double-double for the Lady Sages with 10 points and 12 rebounds, while Megan Allen had 15 points to lead Monticello. Allen had 6 steals for the Lady Sages, who forced 23 Hoopston turnovers. Monticello goes to 6-10 overall and will host BCC Thursday night in an Illini Prairie Conference matchup. Argenta-Oreana took down Central A&M 50-42 in non-conference high school boys basketball action Tuesday night from Moweaqua. Ethan Mahan paced the Bombers with 17 points, while Jalen Flowers added 12. Hunter White paced the Raiders with 18 points. Central A&M falls to 6-8 overall, while Argenta-Oreana goes to 8-7. Marcus Domas scored 32 points and had a team-high 6 assists, leading number 9 Illinois to a 96-66 Big Ten romp Tuesday night over Northwestern in the Illini's second game without suspended star Terrence Shannon Jr. Justin Harmon had 20 points, Quincy Guerrier had 14, and Coleman Hawkins scored 13 for the Illini, who go to 11-2 overall and 2-0 in the Big Ten. Illinois never trailed and led by as many as 33 points, shooting 63% from the floor. Guerrier also had 10 boards for his 4th double-double of the season. Damask was 11 of 15 from the floor and 9 of 10 at the foul line. Harmon topped his season high of 18 points that he scored Friday against Farley Dickinson. Boo Bowie led Northwestern with 20 points, but the standout guard did not have an assist and committed 4 turnovers while picking up a technical foul. Ty Berry, in his 100th career game for the Wildcats, had 14. The Illini led 46-29 at the intermission and made 7 of their first 9 shots, going on an 11-0 run late in the first half and held the Wildcats to 31% shooting in the half. Northwestern finished shooting 41% from the floor. The Illini have won 9 straight against Northwestern at the State Farm Center and 10 of 11 overall against the Wildcats. Illinois is the Big Ten's winningest team in conference play since the start of the 1920 season. The Illini are now 57-25 in conference games in the last 4+ seasons. They're ranked 9th in the AP poll top 25, its highest of the first week of January since they were 6th in 2006. The Wildcats stunned top-ranked Purdue last month in their Big Ten opener, but there was no upset magic against the 9th-ranked Illini. Northwestern's goal each game is to hold its opponents to 65 points or fewer. The Wildcats missed that goal by 31 points Tuesday. They are now 7-1 when reaching the goal this season in our 125-36 in Collins' 11 years as the head man. The Illini have not missed Shannon so far. They scored 101 points in a win Friday over Farley Dickinson and nearly reached triple digits against a Northwestern team with an impressive resume. The Illini will be tested when they play at Purdue in a showdown of the Big Ten's top teams. Illinois State fell behind 8-0 early to Drake over the opening 3 minutes of the game and could not recover, falling in the opener of the new 2024 calendar year 86-71 from the Knapp Center Tuesday. Darius Burford had a team-high 14 points for the Redbirds. Malachi Poindexter had 11. All 11 ISU players that saw action were in the scoring column with at least 3 points. Brandon Lee pulled down a team-best 6 rebounds. 3 came on the offensive end, and Poindexter gave out a team-best 3 assists. The Bulldogs made 3 of their first 4 shots in jumping out to an 8-point advantage before the Redbirds answered back with 4 straight points on a Miles Foster free throw and a Johnny Kinzinger three-pointer, closing the gap to 4. The ISU deficit was trimmed to 12:59 to 2 rather, with 12:59 to play following a Burfer lay-in. However, the hosts followed, scoring the preceding 17 points. Opening up a 19-point lead, the Redbirds responded with an 11-0 run of their own to close the gap to 8 and got as close as 7. But Drake finished the half strong, taking a 19-point lead into the locker room after a 3-point play by Foster to open the scoring in the second half. Drake scored the next 12 before cruising to a 17-point win. They were led by reigning Missouri Valley Player of the Year Tucker DeVries, who had 22. Atten Wright scored 21, while Connor Enright added 10. At 8-6 on the year and 2-1 in the Valley, Illinois State will host Southern Illinois Saturday in a 6 o'clock tip-off inside CEFCU Arena. Joel Embiid had 31 points and 15 rebounds to go with 10 assists in his return from a sprained right ankle. Tyrese Maxey scored 21, and Philly beat Chicago 110-97 Tuesday night. Embiid missed all 4 games on a Sixers holiday road trip where they went 2-2. One of those games was in Chicago just 3 nights ago, a 105-92 loss in which the Sixers never led in the second half. Embiid is the reigning NBA MVP with the big man back. The Sixers turned this into an early blowout against a Bulls team that had played well recently without injured guard Zach LaVine. LaVine can return to the lineup as early as Friday. Even the 2-time All-Star wouldn't have helped much in this one as the Bulls fell to 10-6 on the year without him. The Sixers raced to a 43-18 lead after 1 quarter, with the Bulls missing all 10 threes. DeMar DeRozan led the Bulls with 16 points. Andre Drummond had 11 points, 17 rebounds, but muffed a dunk to the delight of the home crowd when he was stuffed by the front of the rim. Patrick Williams left with an injured right ankle. It was that kind of night in Philly where the Sixers continued a recent trend of comfortable wins. They handed LeBron James the largest margin of defeat in his pro career in a 44-point win in November. There was a 45-point win over Washington and a 32-point win over Detroit. So many NBA games are ones of back-and-forth runs. The Sixers have been stout at home at building double-digit leads and never letting up, especially against bad teams or an undermanned one like the Bulls, as Nikola Vucevic sat out and rolling to easy wins. The routes also give Embiid, who reached his 7th career triple-double in the third quarter, a chance to rest. Embiid, who said he couldn't really test his ankle the previous couple of days, sat out in the fourth quarter. He extended his franchise records with 15 straight 30-point games and 14 straight games of 30 points and 10 rebounds. The Bulls will visit the Knicks on Wednesday. Gustav Nyquist and Ryan O'Reilly each had a goal and an assist. Jussa Saros had 21 saves as the Nashville Predators blanked the Chicago Blackhawks 3-0 Tuesday night. Luke Evangelista scored for Nashville, which has won 2 straight and improved to 3-0 against Chicago this season. The Preds led 1-0 for most of the game before O'Reilly's goal in the waning minutes of the third period. Arvid Soderblom made 33 saves for the Blackhawks, who have dropped 5 of 6. Saros' shutout was the second of the season and 22nd of his career. Blackhawks leading scorer Connor Bedard, who was the NHL's Rookie of the Month in December, Tuesday, was held without a point for just the second time in his last 8 games. He played his second game in the building where Chicago selected him first overall in last June's draft. The Blackhawks will visit the Rangers on Thursday. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties, the leader in fire, water, and mold restoration, is once again the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, announced at the end of every Maroon sports broadcast. Our WHOW announcing staff will select that night's WHOW ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties Clinton Maroon Player of the Game. Their play will be highlighted in each WHOW Maroon postgame broadcast, and that player receives a certificate from WHOW and ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties. Find out the many services ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties offers by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is Noah Atkinson, owner of Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs in Lincoln. Small business is the lifeblood of our communities. That's why I'm proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month.
Dave Waters owns and operates Waters Construction in Clinton. As a longtime local business, Dave